Are you a photographer? Are you a beginner? Today, we're going to go over 3 tips for beginner photographers because I myself am at the beginning of my journey, strongly believe that I've come up with some tips that would have been very helpful to me when I first started, and I'm willing to pass this information on to you. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for coming back to my channel. We're going to go dive into more photography content today and tips and advice. I'm very appreciative that you decided to come back. It would help me out greatly if you click on the subscribe button right over here and then, leave me some feedback, leave me some comments. I can't grow, can't see what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong without any feedback from you guys. So I appreciate any feedback at all. And subscribe, like I said before, for more content because there's going to be a ton of stuff coming down the line. So I'm really appreciative. And right now we're going to dive into the 3 tips that you can use as a beginner photographer that I wish I knew when I first started photography. Tip number 1, don't get hung up on too much gear or having the best gear. As a beginning photographer, our job is to go out there and take pictures. We don't need to be stuck inside worrying about if we have the correct amount of soft boxes or all these different kinds of lights. All we just need is the camera and the time to go out and take pictures. We have cameras with us all the time. We have them on our phones, which we have access to. And if you have a DSLR or a mirrorless, you don't need to have the top of the line model. Simple, camera will do the trick. Either a point and shoot, or currently I'm using a Rebel T6i. The camera is not current. It's getting the job done. It does a great job at taking photos. As a beginning photographer, we just need to be able to harness the energy and get out there and start taking photos. I fell into this trap. Nobody told me any different. I bought a tether cord, hundreds of dollars worth of other gear. And I only really stick 2 lenses on the DSLR here, and that's it. And then I'm good to go. Haven't touched half the other stuff that I bought all this time. Tip number 2, educate yourself. Invest in yourself. Take the time to do what's important for you first before you start going out and taking pictures. There's simple ways you can do that. It's not intense. You just have to go out. You can start with a book on posing. How to pose people. There's tons of things. You can go on the internet, right here on YouTube. You can follow different photographers, study their styles, go to art galleries and photo galleries and look at how other people in the past have taken their photos. You can even sign up for courses online. Currently, I've been taking online courses, and they've helped me out tremendously with lighting and with setting, compositions of photos, and even learning the history of photography, which was very interesting to learn, and how fast it ramped up from when it was first, becoming popular to where it is today. It's insane. So I highly suggest, as a beginning photographer, you take a few moments out of your day, every so often, and educate and invest in yourself to learn how to take better photos, where you can take better photos, and what is required to take better photos. Tip number 3, do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, you're the one taking the photo. And there's so many different kinds and different styles of photography, with landscape photography and product photography and portrait photography and very artistic photography. There's wildlife. There's so much that we can do as photographers. How flexible we can be. So do what makes you happy, because, like I say, at the end of the day, the photo is there for you to freeze a moment in time or immortalize it, like I mentioned in my other video, so that you can revisit it whenever you want. These are going to be moments that are going to be frozen in time. And do what makes you happy, so when you see that photo and you see those emotions, you can dig back and you can have great memories of taking that photo. Well, that about sums it up. That's 3 beginner tips you can use as a photographer. If you like the material and the content that you saw here today, click the subscribe button right over here. You can also leave a like and a comment down below, and it'll help me out with great feedback so I know what to improve on in the future. As I'm saying, this is the beginning of my photography journey as well. So I'm excited for what the future holds, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.